Oh, take the place. So, we're in the building. Let's get this started. Get a couple more people. Like they just, I'm trying to see like, what do people really think that's taking place like with these jobs? None of these jobs that get taken are coming back. I just want to let people know that none of these jobs are coming back. If a job gets taken by artificial intelligence, you can can it. If a position gets taken by artificial intelligence or get occupied by artificial intelligence, you can it. It's over. And so I'm like, what do people think is really taking place? Like, this is the beginning stages, or not so much the beginning because they've been working on it for a minute. But if you want to say so, you could be witnessing the beginning stages of destroying the middle class. Like I said, they've been aiming at doing it for a minute. They just want you. You can't have the have and the have-nots if you have a silver lining around, which is the middle class, because the middle classes are always going to be, the ones that any given time a person from the middle class can become rich or wealthy. You right there. All you gotta do is make the right moves. And so they want that, they gotta go. That has to go. There can only be the have and the have-nots. They can only be the ones begging and the ones that you begging to. That's how it has to go with these people. It's not enough begging. It's not enough attempting to plead. To them, the people have got greedy. And we want our fair share of keeping y'all afloat. Because we have to come to admit that we are doing this for, a particular group of individuals on this planet. Who they are, hell, who knows? But you call them the elite, the bloodlines, or whatever. They not lifting a fucking finger. Haven't for a very long time. And so in all these jobs and positions and this how I'm gonna prove it to you right here, that they really trying to collapse the middle class. They keep telling you all the executive and manager positions and people that's managing 3, 4, 5 stores, them the people they're getting rid of. Them middle class positions. They not going after no dishwashers. No stones thrown at a dishwasher or a line cook or a custodian maintenance, you know. No, they're gonna go after you who that went to college, them positions of those of you who have gone to college and 3-4 years in these trade schools to be a master at whatever that trade is, to be the best that you can be, get the highest of education you can receive possibly in that trade or whatever profession you seeking to be in. It's those positions they want to get out of. Those are the middle class positions. Those are the silver lining positions of America. Now, I don't know about the rest of the world. I don't. Could be the same elsewhere. But here in America, that's what make America. When you had that silver lining, you know, that can come from, you know, you can come from an upbringing where y'all had nothing. You literally had nothing coming up to being a multi-millionaire. And so that's what the middle class is. The middle class is the, you know, always that glimmer of hope. You can have a person, I didn't see people get out of prison. 3-4 years, they middle class. Not even 3 years, middle class. 3-4 years, middle class. Solid middle class too. So middle class has to go. And so they're gonna attack the middle class positions, them positions and careers in those certain professions, those positions in those certain professions. It's all about the positions too. They really get at the positions where people are, you know, can hold their own. Some of the positions they trying to eliminate and have artificial intelligence do the job. You have some people taking care of, you know, a single parent, holding down 2-3 kids, children. That's how, you know, beneficial some of those positions are that they're taking. They telling you, man, look here, you was the manager, you was the region manager. You looked over 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 stores. We don't need you no more. AI can monitor the 10 stores. And you know what? We only need one manager per 2 stores. They you put a supervisor in each one of them or assistant, and then, you know, one person can go by and check on 1 or 2 stores. We'll give you a couple extra dollars. If even that. They don't even have to do that. They won't even do that. They're not gonna do that. Artificial intelligence is about to run the whole show. Why do you think they're trying to put up these data centers, these databases? These are like little headquarters for artificial intelligence that will be built and placed all around the United States of America. You know, the time has come where they're ready to go into phase 2, 3, or 4, whatever phase it is, of divide and conquering and destroying the human being. Because that's what they're doing. Causing a lot of chaos. So they can do the order out of chaos thing. Divide and conquer. Confusion. So they're gonna knock out the middle class. And people been saying this for a minute. I ain't gonna sit here and act like I'm the fucking star pupil. There's been people saying that they gonna eliminate the middle class for a minute now. That's why I said I could say this: the beginning stages. I think you are witnessing the beginning of action. You know what I'm saying? I think these last couple years you have been witnessing the beginning of action. The action being them putting forth the action to actually make this happen. It was all words, all talk. Now they're putting forth action. Now they're putting in the work. Now they're like, hey, look here. We don't need y'all no more. Everybody's saying this at the same time. You know? And so what do people do? Like, it's a lady that I know, a friend of mine, she said, you know, she got a real nice resume. It's really tight. And she been looking for jobs, and she be like, she have never went this long, you know, looking for jobs, you know, in her line of work, you know. She done been to college and all of that, so she's what you would consider to be middle class. And she done had about 10, 12 interviews with different companies. But, you know, she hasn't landed anything. And she was like, you know, I think it's my resume. It's too strong, you know, and they think they got to pay me for this and that. And, you know, some of that stuff, they like, hey, you know, we can have, you know, artificial intelligence do this, you know, or, you know, they have different, you know, artificial intelligence programmers now. They can take, you know, do some of that work that you asking us to pay you to do. Even though she's worth it. She's done the work before, she can do it again. She went to school for it, this is what she do. She was like, man, I'm gonna have to dumb down my resume just to get in the door. And then I can start, you know, flexing my knowledge and abilities. That's a shame. Nobody in this country, again, I don't know about the rest of the world like that. I'm familiar, but I don't know the rest of the world like that. I'm gonna be real with you. She shouldn't have to do that. She shouldn't have to dumb down her resume just so she can get in the door of a company. And so that's how tight they making it. When you had this lady saying, hey, look, I have never had this issue before. I have left jobs or whatever the situation may be, jobs have collapsed, companies have collapsed, no longer active, and I went to other places, was there immediately, 2, 3 places. She had to pick, you know? So that's changing. No more use. Very few people, you know, still gonna be, you know, everybody's not gonna have the same experience, but they're damn sure gonna work on trying to make that happen when it comes to the category that they want you to be in. See, you are already labeled and you don't even know you are. And you like, well, I ain't gotta be here for all this. I might motherfucking die tomorrow. They like, go ahead. Duh, so we still gonna get whoever left. I don't care. The show must go on. Somebody's getting caught in the rapture, period. Okay, y'all ain't going out tomorrow. So somebody's finna go through this. Now, which generation is gonna feel it the most, and when? What time is this gonna happen? I don't know. But you can damn sure see that they working towards it. And they aim to make it happen, and they can make it happen. Why? Because they own everything. We slipped. We dropped the ball. We put everything in their name. What's that song? In my mama name. We put everything in Uncle Sam's name, didn't we? Did we not put everything in Uncle Sam's name, y'all? Social Security, birth certificate, all that shit tied to them. All the resources of the United States of America. Again, I'm gonna speak about the United States of America. Or maybe we speak about, the Americans in general. But in the United States of America, they own every goddamn thing. So it's the perfect time to box you in. It's the perfect time to put some fire up under you. Tell you, hey, we don't need y'all ass no more. And by the way, we cutting every little hustle out. See, this is what people not realizing. While they doing that, they cutting all them little hustles. They eliminating all them little hustles too. Like selling CDs out the back of your trunk. The Master P way. Why you think they talking about Master P a lot? Letting you know, yeah, that shit over with. Yeah, sit down and watch this documentary. Cause you probably won't see. They telling you won't see nothing like this again. We won't let you do that no more. Okay? All this shit getting ran through the system now. You want some music? Get it through the system. Log on, run it through AI. Get it through what y'all call the algorithm. Or whatever. Artificial intelligence, run it through the system. Yeah, you can copy something, put it on the CD if you like, go ahead. But the way they making it, it hold no real value to the world. That the way of the world, do it hold value to maybe you? Yes. But if you're a moving and shaker of this world that they have created in the way that it's operating, you don't got time for all that CD stuff no more. They didn't change the energy and the frequency to them times where we hopped in and grabbed the little pack, the little case, and we flipped through the CDs, and it was a certain energy and vibration that was of them days. Now our mindset is different now. They didn't switch energies on us. People don't believe in that unseen force of energy. Okay, so what's that feeling you be feeling when you be going across different time zones and stuff? Unseen. Some force. Some sort of energy. Whether it made you feel uncomfortable or not, that's what it is. And so they take us through little steps where they know how to get you out of that. I'm sure people on this earth love the 8 tracks. But you don't see them breaking their neck to have no vehicle and different devices around that's 8 track compatible. No cassette compatible. Their mindset ain't even there. They might have one for the good old sake of it. Might even pull it out every now and then. And so they condition, and at the same time, they taking away those little hustles. Loose squares. Go try to sell some loose squares right now. I double dog dare you. You can't really make nothing. It was the time you could. I knew a dude that had got almost, if y'all know about them vans, the 8-door vans. I think that's by Chevy, right? GMC. High tops. I seen a guy buy a nice one of those. Clean as all outdoors. Beautiful. I wanted one of those too. I seen him buy one of those off selling loose squares. No lie. I'm telling you, that man treated that spot he had, man, but he was selling cartons too. He had started with loose squares and ended up selling cartons. He was selling cartons and everything. Man, I seen that man buy a van off that. This was in like 2006, 7. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's over with. Try that right. He couldn't do that right now. They didn't. They have filled that wiggle room. You know, with taxes and this and that. You know, so you can't. You going to get a pack. I'm sure some people in positions that can still probably. I mean, you go buy. Let's say you go buy a pack of cigarettes. Okay, depending on where you at, maybe you can pull it off a little bit. But let's say where I'm at, a pack of cigarettes is like $13 or something like that. 14. You got literally like sell every square for like $1. And these guys used to like get a pack of cigarettes for like $4, $5, and they selling them for like 75 cents, 50 cents too for $1 and all this. Man, they was killing them on them cigarettes. I'm not lying. They took all that little hustle away. I haven't heard no motherfucker say loose squares in a long time. The profit ain't there, and as time go on, they gonna make cigarettes cost more and more and take away the possibility of you ever thinking you can pull that. So them little hustles gotta go, all that little hand-to-hand shit. Anything to kill the middle class, but at the same time making sure those at the bottom are just in a worse position too. You better be creative. They forcing people to be creative. Every time they see you, it's a couple people can make it from something, they swoop in on it. They start messing with it, messing with the cost of it and all of this, and next thing you know, it's not even worth it, you know, unless you're gonna really buy a lot of it. And so when they take these jobs, man, rest assured they're not coming back. They not, and it's gonna get worse. And it's not even nothing to really try to throw a fear monger on people. It's not like that. I just tell people straight up, like, ain't none of this shit returning. Y'all know that. You know, and it's gonna get worse. Look at Walgreens. $1,200 stores. Some people gonna be closing. Some people gonna be offering their service, their employment to artificial intelligence. These people gonna start starve out our kids. That's what people really need to realize. It's not really about us. Something go down, we good. It is what it is. You know, but they really gonna try to really, put a hurting and a lock on our grandkids and those after. And I don't know if we really doing a good job to make sure our children don't have to go through this. Because it's going to be something else. And they'll never be able to know what we was able to, experience. They just never have that. A lot of them won't even be able to touch cash. It's gonna be a generation coming soon that won't even touch cash. Okay? They will not touch cash. It's getting closer to that moment. How many of y'all actually even touching cash out here like that? They get you a straight direct deposit, straight to your bank account, straight to your card, and that's all some people do. But there's coming a time when there's finna be a generation who don't even touch cash. And that's gonna be that transition, us going cashless is gonna be happening at the same time that they breaking down the middle class. So you're attempting to try to push us into this like digital ID. You're trying to go cashless, but you're trying to do it real slick. You're trying to finesse your way into being cashless, but you're doing it. At the same time, you're trying to break down the middle class. So a lot of people who have, who have these nice middle class, positions at these companies and these jobs. If your job is being ran off, and 9 times 10 it is, if it's being ran, majority of the work is being ran through an artificial intelligence system, they might not be needing you and not too long from now. Don't be surprised. It might not be needing you. Seriously. The moment that company feel that it can make, let me tell you what really hurts us. What really, really, really hurt, what really stings. When you have a company, and I have a company, and you or I, either or, have flipped over to the AI way of doing things. The artificial intelligence systems, we are allowing it to do majority of the work. And this other person, they're keeping it, or you keeping it traditional. Still got human beings doing the work. You still paying, into 401ks, bonuses, because when you start talking about minimum wage, middle class, executive manager positions, you talking about bonuses and stuff too now. We got to be honest here. So we're talking about, the bonuses, we're talking about the incentives, we're talking about the insurance, we're talking about different things like that you're paying into these human beings to do this job that this other person over here, which we're going to call your competition, okay? So we're going to call that your competition. Your competition. When the annual report come out on profit, and how much was grossed and how much was a profit of that gross, and you look at the competition, you like, what the hell? Especially if you was just beating them not too many years ago. And when you start seeing your competition flourish and constantly have, great profit periods or quarters, that's what's gonna make a lot of people go, artificial intelligence too. If that makes sense. The whole monkey see, monkey do, and not so much monkey see, monkey do on some being childish, but I'm not trying to get left behind. If this is the new way of making sure that I get the most out of the services I provide with the company I have built or the business I built. Can I receive more? Can I have? You already know people greedy. They done already conditioned us to be greedy. So without a doubt, a lot of people greed kick in. A lot of people envy kick in because you see these other individuals benefiting a whole lot more because they now run everything through an artificial intelligence system rather than human beings. So they profiting a lot more because they have to do a lot less for the work that the robots ain't. Artificial intelligence, it's not taking no days off and stuff like that. You don't have to pay it. You pay for the system or you pay a monthly fee or whatever, annual fee, and it is what it is for the service, for the system service. And so it's going to be a lot of reasons why some people flip over to using those type of systems, AI systems. Again, it's just not going to just be greed, but greed going to be hey, how greed is in corporate America. But it's going to be just seeing others do it and seeing how much they are now benefiting. Yeah. And these people who are attempting to sell this to the American people who have a lot of companies and businesses and employ a lot of people, a lot of Americans. And they gotta feed them, the pitches where you don't have to worry about the AI system stealing from you, misusing your information. You don't have to worry about it doing this. You don't have to worry about it stealing. It's just when they make this pitch in these conference rooms, in these convention centers, these are the things that they say. We all appreciate our employees, but we all know that some people can, see something and misuse the information or the funds or whatever. And to prevent that, if you get this artificial intelligence system, that's another thing you eliminate. And it's just feed them different things that they can prevent from happening by now allowing this system to help run their business. And now they're coming with the robot that's supposed to be cleaning up every damn thing. They're supposed to hit for 2026, I think. So it's going to be the first robot, I think, that will be actually in people's houses. I think they said it's $20,000. Or you can get it in payments. You can payment plan, I think, of $400 a month or something like that, I heard. But that's so who jobs is that thing gonna take? Okay. Companies gonna hire for janitor jobs, some custodian maintenance jobs. You can make some good money. Some of these businesses gonna get the robots. So somebody gonna lose some jobs. They'll be looking for those positions to be filled up and not, just look for that. Just look for that. We're gonna lose some housekeeping positions if that robot can really do what they say it can do, and I'm telling you it can. You know it can. It might have a couple mishaps here and there, and the 2.0 and the 3.0 turbo might be better. We know the first one ain't gonna be, exactly everything it cracked up to be. But it's also a smart device and a smart system. So it will learn. You will teach. And it will observe. You will teach without even knowing you're teaching. And when the system come back with another robot, because make no mistake about it. See, this system can go from different mechanic and machinery to machinery and different mechanics. That's it's artificial intelligence compatible, sort of like Bluetooth. Okay. So when I say that the system will come back with another robot, I meant that. It'll come back with another shell. It's the same system. It's the same system. See, when you pass away, your soul, your light, your soul, it goes on about its business. That's what they say. But see, if something happened to that robot or they want to discontinue it, the system don't go on about its business. The system is still the system. They have to find another host. They get another robot. It occupies that. And that's who you now deal with. Robot don't get hurt, die, cut off, get destroyed, and the system just disappears like your soul do. Just get up out of here. No, it don't work like that. When another robot they program it, it's back on again. They can start where it left off at, just like your phone. Common sense approach, what you mean? Just like your phone, just like I said. You drop your phone in water right now, you destroy it. Oh no, my phone. Wake up the next day, go get you one. They can put all your information back onto that new phone. You're gonna look on there, it's gonna be your same pictures, same call log, everything. Which mean what? It's not about your phone. It's about the system that operates your phone. That's what it's about, the system that operates your phone. Which means once your info is in the system, whatever you put into the system is there. And all you have to do is be able to put in the right information to bring those numbers over to the new system. Because it's all ran off of numbers. They told you that in the Matrix. Remember when Neo went to see dude? He was standing there playing. He said, "What's that?" He said, "Those peoples." Neo was looking at all those numbers. Yeah. It's all about numbers. All they gotta do is bring the numbers over, right number pattern over to the new device, and all that information to come right back up. It's like that system never left. That's the thing about artificial intelligence. It's an omnipresence. And so, it's something to see. We all know it's finna be a have and have not. People already know that. A lot of people can feel it. They just don't know how we gonna get there. They looking like, no, it's impossible to do that. They just can't see it. They can't see how one day everything is all good, and then the next day it's like we can barely afford something to eat, or there's barely anything around to eat. I just can't see that. Some people, that's the wonders of um, conditioning someone to be used to something, and then them not knowing that you about to be ready to pull the rug from up under their feet. That's the beauty of that to them. We have been conditioned for so long to have. The moment you get cut off, you won't even know what you won't even know. It come out of nowhere, like a thief in the night. So they have conditioned us to be so used to having. The moment they take, they want to see what's going to take place, how people are going to react, what people are going to start doing: looting, stealing, killing, robbing. Who knows? But the middle class, sad to say, is on his way out of here. Just like the cartel. I just made a video the other day. Cartel up out of here too. You know why? Because the cartel is one of the people that keep up the middle class. Whether you like the cartel or not. The cartel keep a lot of untrackable money around. Untraceable money. You can't trace. They keep a lot of cash floating. A lot of cash that's not running through the system, not getting taxed, not being seen. The cash is not coming back up. The numbers are not coming back around. These people got a very intelligent system. I don't know if y'all know that or not. They have a very intelligent system because they're running it through a very intelligent system. You get that? They have a very intelligent system because they're running it through a very intelligent system. Okay? And so, that's why I said, they're going to get rid of the cartel. Because in America, the cartel is the biggest accumulators of untrackable money, untraceable money that the government just not seeing. And it's going through people pockets, and it's allowing all type of stuff to happen that the government can't keep up with all the way. And they want a system where they can keep track of everything. And the cartel makes that hard to do. And so that's why I said that's why they see. Do you see how everything that aligns with the middle class they finna take out? I bet a lot of people that's middle class don't even know or believe that the only reason why they have that middle class position or that job even exists. Not so much why they have it, but why it exists is because of money from the cartel. Somewhere down the line, some money. Just like they tell you, almost every building in Miami is built with drug money. Or crooked money. You wouldn't believe. Okay, how many people have done business with these people, done put their children through school, their children went to school, came back, opened up a successful business, voila. All that was done from the beginning when whoever was working with the cartel got the money to send the child to school. This is all being ran off of money through the cartel, regardless of what the child went and done. This is how they got there. Besides being, smart, on top of their business. And so some people just wouldn't believe. That's why they gotta collapse. Everything that has something to do with the middle class is about to get collapsed. The cartel, a lot of these positions at these jobs and whatnot. They might start merging a lot of companies. They've been doing it. They're gonna start merging a lot of companies too. And that'll be their reason why they now will be not hiring people or releasing people, because once the company gets sold to somebody who's now running everything through artificial intelligence, they have the excuse to, that's their cop out. Oh, we sold the company, or we merging with them, and this is how they going, and this is the way of it. So you're gonna see a lot of that too. They merging with them, and it's the system that they using. They merging with them, and it's the system that they using. Anything to get you out of there. And I'm like, what do they want these people to do, man? Y'all literally finna leave a lot of people without jobs. So my advice for a lot of people is, always look for get something else that you can do. Take your little trade, something. I don't care if it's cooking, electrical work, plumbing, carpentry. I don't care what it is. Doing tinted windows, detailing vehicles. I don't care. Power washing, whatever. Alright, straight up, get you something else. For you hardcore thinkers, shit, get out there. Resumes, helping people design their webs, whatever you know how to do. You need to take it to the people now. The way we were supposed to do things in the first place. See, we took a lot of our knowledge that we accumulated over our years on this earth, and we fed it to the system. That's why AI is so smart. AI is so smart because of your ass. Because everything you learned, you gave it to them. You went and worked for them. Okay, you broke your neck. You got out of college, you ran, and you worked for them. You gave them all your knowledge. Okay, everything your grandparents, your parents taught you gave it to them. And they gave it to the system. And everybody did that. In some way, shape, form, or fashion. So now the system is smarter than every goddamn body. Because it has everybody's knowledge. And that's the way it was supposed to be. We supposed to got that knowledge and came home anyway with it. Back to the community. But we got greedy. Oh, they told us they'd give us this and that and that. And we like, fuck that plan to going back to the community and open up a dental office, affordable dentist office, or affordable place where they can come and get glasses, eye doctor. Some place that really care about the people. Nope. They told you, hey, come on here, this, that, and there. And that's where you took your knowledge. And now they don't want you no more. And they have the right to do that. So you can't be mad. You can't be mad. Oh, I worked for y'all for 20 years. I gave y'all my life. I gave you I was dedicated and man, they paid you. Now, whether you felt the pay was justifiable or not, you should have said something then. They paid you. Hush up. You got paid. So they can do that to you. Any given time they can just say bye. Shit. Oh, y'all gonna get rid of us once y'all got AI up and running and found out how the AI system can help operate your company or business and help run it. Now you want to get rid of us. Yeah. I found somebody better. Ain't that what we do? I mean, y'all don't say nothing when the sports do it. In sports, every year they go looking for new talent and draft. Y'all throw draft parties. You literally throw a party to see somebody else take somebody else's job. Knock it the fuck off. You stop it. And so AI come around and they say it's the better man. Now I say it's not. We from God. I say it's not. But I'm not smarter than AI, so I'm not the one for you to put up there to go against it to prove that. Okay? The moment it knew what I knew and 10 other people, I was gone. Shit. Well, we talking about everybody in the world who can share something into this system. It knows what you know. And so, no, I can't compete. And probably neither can you. And it doesn't mean, again, that it's better. It just means that it has the advantage. It took advantage. And so now these people just want to give their positions to someone else. Now, it's a sad thing that it leads us in what do I do now? But that's not their problem. And they don't care. And they're going to create their smart cities where they can hide in. And anytime y'all think y'all finna come towards them smart cities, you will be stopped. Y'all think it's a game. They will create smart cities for themselves. Whole smart cities. They already doing it. But the middle class has to go. Either you're going to be rich or poor. Seriously, either you're going to be rich or poor. That's how they want it. Either you be rich or poor. You know, in this scene right now, it seems like, you know, just can't, like I said, you can't see it happening. But it's not hard. You know, you control all the resources. Not hard at all. Every time somebody down, who we call on? One of our middle class ass relatives. One of our middle class ass friends. You know what I'm saying? Who you always rely on, you know, come through for certain things. No matter how mad they get or whatever, man, you know, auntie got it, man. You know, aunt got it, man. Then been in the service, retired from the firefighter department. You know, like our middle class people, man. And they know they be, you know, life vest for a lot of people. And they want to end that. And so, keep an eye on next year. Let's pay attention to next year better than we did this year. I think at the beginning of the year we paid attention very well. We was on point. Trump came back. We wanted to see what he was gonna do. Then I think they started flanking us. You know what I'm saying? Playing games somewhere around the summer. People started getting a little distracted. They started flooding us with different little situations, psyops, and so now they got us back in the tornado, back in the mix, where they just dropping something every other damn week or something, or a few days. This is happening, this is happening, this is happening. Because now they got us in the mix now. You just keep spending now. You don't stop spending. They got about 20, 30 things going on. And a lot of these things have something to do with your livelihood. You notice that? It's affecting you. What don't affect you that's going on right now? And so, that's the goal. While at the same time breaking down the middle class. Hoping people don't really put the pieces to the puzzle together. And they just see it as, that's what this person going through. Or, no, it's a lot of people saying like it's hard to like find jobs, especially like middle class jobs. Like that middle class job like sector is like it's getting tough. So, like I said, just brighten your skill sets. Stop always calling somebody for everything that you need done. If it's in your means, in your way, you got the ability to go try to fix it yourself. Hell, if somebody got to come fix it anyway, what can you really do to it? Somebody got to come fix it anyway. So if you can't get it right or you can't fix it, oh hell, then you make the call. It really truly is. People want to start getting their different skills back up. Because they not done raising the price for a lot of materials and goods either. So it's just anything that just break us down. And so now people gonna get their ass up and start trying to buy these robots, bringing them in their home to clean up and help my mama out and walk the dog, all type of stuff. And so they are truly like, I seen somebody like how people were saying like when you go to these bars and stuff now, like drinks and stuff at these bars be crazy. The price. That's all by design, man. They gonna raise the price of everything, so everybody have to raise the price. That's how you do it. That's how you kill the people. That's how you drain them. You know, like I say, everybody conditioned to continue to do these things. Certain people are. They're not gonna stop going out. You have to pay that tab. Which means they have to pay that tab. They're gonna be looking for somebody else to pay a high tab when they deal with them now. That's how you break down the middle class, man. You let greed shine. And every time you feel a position, you'll never let it go. And that's what they plan on doing. You'll never get them jobs back like that. When they take these jobs. They're not coming back. When Amazon take them jobs, that shit over with. You'll never look for them jobs to come back. Now with this food stamp situation, I don't know what they call themselves doing. More ways to mess with the people. What they gonna do? Just we're not gonna give out the snap. So now those people gotta lean on who? The middle class? Right, like I said. So now what? People finna be getting for auntie, we need you. Like I said, you gonna hit your people up with middle class. That's why they gotta get rid of the middle class. They can't have that. When they make a move like that and they say y'all ain't getting shit, they don't want y'all to have nobody you can run to. And them crumbs that you think you have ain't gonna be enough. No, you have developed too big of an appetite, or they helped you develop that appetite. And so you're gonna always want more than what you really need. Always. And so that's what people gonna turn to. That's what I would turn to. My people I got us, I know, doing well. Most likely they're in the middle class. And so these be a little experiments. Let's see who they turn to. Let's see who do what. That's a sector of people they go after. Because again, when we get here, when the people get here to a state like this, to get you in a state of the way that they was living in the Hunger Games, there can be no one for you to turn to. You have to be totally dependent on the system. There can be no savior. So the middle class have to go. Now, don't get me wrong. You can't eliminate everybody for stop getting money. Some people already have it. Already. So what do you do when the people already have it? Well, there's multiple ways they deal with that. You could be part of the half. Step over, come on. This is the upscale part of that, of this coin. Or find a way to try to get it from you. You see a lot of guys attacking their money, trying to drain them. Every little thing. Find out you got some money, they own you. I'm listening to them, they like, man, yeah, we're attacking all the executive positions. I'm like, why the fuck was you attacking all the executive? Oh, okay. Yeah. If executive ain't a middle class, I don't know what I. So yeah, they definitely on that. What do we do? Man. Me, I just been trying to not participate in so much of that BS. Like it was Halloween. I ain't go out and do none of that. Usually I go out, I get a little costume or whatever. Even if it's just a little BS face mask, Go kick it somewhere. Have drinks. Might buy other people some drinks, Spend you a few dollars or whatever. Food, all that. No, I just sat back, kept my money in my pocket. I ain't got time for all that. Don't let them stop you from enjoying your life. But if that's a true statement that you gonna live by, then again, you can't allow them to stop you from living your life, from living life. And if they're attempting to knock out the the avenue or the sectors or the positions or the ones who accumulate this amount of money a year or whatever, if they looking to knock out that sector, then that's trying to stop you from living. That's the same thing. When I say can't let them stop you from living your life, you gotta still live life. Yeah, that's your livelihood. So you have to care about that just as much. So when somebody gonna try to tell you, oh, well, you can't let them stop you from living, you still gotta live your life, basically still go out and party, do whatever. I am still living my life. You could be here gone. Listen, if somebody telling you, is attempting to eliminate the way that you even are able to afford to go out and do the things that you do, then that's number one. Without this, you can't do this. Or without this, you can't do that. So you laying back, chilling, saying, you know what, I ain't even finna participate in this. I'm gonna go and sit back, keep this little few hundred, whatever I usually spend, and see what these people on. Let me see if this the way they going or they going. Let me check them out. That's not you putting your life on the back burner. That's you being concerned with your livelihood. These people trying to take people's livelihoods. All right? They are attempting to take people's livelihood. People really, really, down bad. When you start hearing people, like I said, that's highly intelligent, been working, went to school, put in the work, kept their nose clean, kept their head, stayed out of trouble. Went to school, did their best, dug in them books, came out top of their class and all of that. And now they gotta dumb down their abilities just to get a job. No, man. Oh, you got some people trying to make career switches over to something that's not, especially at their age of trying to switch over, is not finna pay them the way, the career that they currently have is. But when you have adopted a certain way of living or been conditioned to live a certain way, then you're going to have to do what you got to do, You shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to cut your resume short and make yourself seem like you're not as intelligent as you is at this certain thing, this line of work. But a lot of people finna have to start doing that now. Cause all that smart shit. Shit, they got AI doing that shit now. Yeah, you can keep all that smart guy stuff. Still need smart people around, but not not at the rate that they was having all these people. What do you think artificial intelligence is? Shit, it's intelligence. They already know what you know. They only need a couple people around. They getting rid of them at the tech companies, everything. Definitely the tech companies, they kicking their ass out immediately. Tech company, 12,000 jobs here, 900 there, 4,000 jobs over here. They laying them off them tech companies so fast. But remember like 15 years ago, boy, they was talking about them tech jobs like it wasn't no tomorrow. I wanted to damn near give me a tech job. I thinking about the shit. Like I need to get into tech. Well, they was eating good. Boy, they got that AI to work right the way they want it to work. It's over with. Yeah, y'all little nerds can pack it up. Get up out of here. They like, you little nerdy motherfuckers. Thank y'all. But y'all gonna pack it up and get on up out of here. We'll take it from here. They looking around like, well, who? What y'all? Who? They looking around like, who gonna do the job? Hey. Oh, you can stop looking. It's an unseen force of energy. Trust me, he got it. It's 49 positions. How's he gonna do all 49? It's an omnipresence. What that mean? I mean it could be in multiple places at once, like God. Have a nice day. We'll see your last check in the mail. It's that simple. But nothing. That's how they rollin'. Seriously, that's how they rollin'. I mean, who is these damn people that's really this whole non-sovereignty? Who are these people who keep popping up every 4 years talking about let us be your president? You know, they keep trying to tell us that, you know, it's a lot of individual, you know, thoughts and work being done. The people got their own little lanes of what they doing, but it's not. It's all connected. That's another way they give us when they try to make it seem like everybody on their own solo mission and destiny in this motherfucker. Get y'all ass up out of here. How everything's just coming together like this. You know, it's that illusion of, you know, things aren't as one, but they are as one. It is. It's as one. That's why no matter who in position, the plan still goes on. Because everybody get the memo. But us. We the only one don't get the memo. You know, seriously, who are these individuals? Every few years they pop up with a new person. He a billionaire. And everybody in awe and listen to him. Wow, he is. She is. Wow, they know everything. You know, every few years they pop up with some new billionaire out of nowhere. billionaire. That's how they get it. Saying you a billionaire is like down there putting into the eyes of people. See, what they did was made us cherish money so much. And I'm not saying nothing wrong with money. Don't go losing your your drive to get some money or have some. You know, the system is made for you to have it, or you ain't gonna be able to provide for yourself. So I'm not gonna never tell you don't do that. But I'm saying that they have made us love money so much that there's different levels of honor at it, depending on your status of the money. You know, are you a person got a few 100,000? You know, people like, man, he got some thousands, he got some hundreds of thousands. He good, got about a $500,000 or something, 600,000. You know, you get some little respect. You know, you get some respect. They hear you a million now. You know, it's some that's a whole lot more respect you gonna finna get right there now. Millionaire? Yeah, big respect. But if a motherfucker say you a billionaire, people will listen to anything that comes out of your mouth. I can only imagine what y'all gonna do to what they gonna do now, y'all. I can only imagine what they gonna do when the first trillionaire hit. When the first person turned trillionaire. I can just imagine. Cause now it's nothing to be. Billionaire can't tell you nothing wrong. No wrong. And they the same ones replacing people with artificial intelligence from all the jobs. See how they tricked us too? And let me tell you another thing they did to us. They tricked us as communities. Common sense approach. What do you mean they tricked us as communities? Because, you know, they came and lobbied to be in a lot of our communities and to build these factories and facilities such as Amazon. Came and talked to the aldermen and talked to the, the council people, or even maybe the community at the AA the community meetings and stuff like that. And maybe they spoke on, hey, Amazon or these places right here want to build a facility right here with the promises of hiring these many individuals, okay, from the community and some outside the community. Probably be so many jobs for women, probably be so many jobs for who knows. And so now that you finna try to run this whole facility and switch this all over to all artificial intelligence, you didn't finesse the community out of property so you can build that facility. Yeah, you let the people work there for a minute, but you knew what you was gonna do from jump. Ain't nothing new under the sun. People been playing us. People stole everything from us on earth. And the sad part about it, we can't even pinpoint who they are. That's the cold-blooded part about it. We gotta keep saying the powers to be, the man. Some people Illuminati, some people bloodline, some people. We can't even put a fucking thumbtack on the motherfucker. We really don't know. But we know somewhere down the line somebody controls our sovereignty in their hands. That we know for sure. If you got a social security number. And so you know there's some group of individuals running this show. You know that. But who are they? Do we look at them every day? Do we turn on the TV and see them every day and they playing like, they're a talk show host? Are they playing the role of a musician? You know, are they a singer, a rapper? Who are they? Are they acting like one of the mayors? A senator? Who are these people that's running our life? Common sense approach. They the government that we chose. No, they are not. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people who told you you can't go in your ocean. You can't go too far in your sky. Okay? I'm telling you the ones who then took over control of all the gunpowder mines. Running control of all the diamond and crystal mines on this earth. Control all the oil. Control all the every fucking thing. All the seeds. They selling us back our seeds, re-engineered. Keep giving us these guys. Every time I look around, they got some new motherfucking dog they done made. I'm like, who the fuck got time to keep coming up with different looking dogs? Time to look around. It's a Chihuahua, Spaniel, German, some. These motherfuckers just making dogs. Seriously, just making dogs. People really just thinking these dogs just popping up out of God's laboratory or some shit. No, these people are making these goddamn dogs. I just seen a dog the other day. I'm like, when the fuck did they just make him? It had to be like this year sometime, because he wasn't around 2 years ago. I look at my dog book, he ain't even in the book. We done made this nigga last night. Look out of here. And so they trying to knock out the middle class. As simple as that. I can't keep, lingering what it is. That's what it is. It's the have and the have-nots. That's what they want. Yeah, they working hard. But it's never over for us. This is our home. Earth. This is our home, whatever country you in. We'll make it work. But, I'm not gonna lie and tell you it's not gonna be difficult. The further they get us in the beast system, the harder it's gonna be. And what I mean by that, the more we become dependent on the system. And I don't mean system like, well, that's still the system, like, depending on them for like housing and like EBT or SNAP or something like that. That's include, but what I mean as well as going further and depending on the system to help manage our lives. Some people run everything through the system, through artificial intelligence, through the system to manage their lives. Your banking, personal information, phone number. Some of you can't even remember one phone number. Probably one at the most. All our information is linked in. Even to get in the gym with some people, your gym pass is on your phone. And so everything we do now is linked into the system. The more we get locked into that, well, without a reasonable doubt, you have to have some type of device on you to be able to just go about your dailies. That's bad for business. Man and woman ain't meant to be like that. We organic beings. That's why a lot of us getting sick. Them cancers catching people early in age. And they're like, why are these people just catching cancer like this? And just, we organic beings. You're doing a lot of artificial shit. It's gonna kill you off. Duh. So you think you can just go sit your plant in front of an artificial light all day? That's what most of us doing when participating in this artificial system and doing things all day. Some of us, feet don't touch the soil. Feet don't touch soil. It's your socks, your shoes, and concrete. Say it again. Your socks, your shoes, and concrete. Feet supposed to touch the soil. You like a battery. You know that? Your head supposed to get that sunlight. Top of you supposed to get that sunlight, and your feet supposed to be grounded in the soil. I'm not saying it's something you have to do every day. Can't wear shoes, I'm saying, but on average, back in our ancestors' days, you'd be damned if a person didn't charge up. Let that sun touch their head and plant their feet in the soil. Why they stayed around so long. It was organically charged all the time, naturally. Everything we do now gotta be some old crazy source of energy and drink this, take this, drink that, take that, that. Nah, people didn't have to do all of that. They built this country. They didn't have to fucking keep ripping up little fruity caffeine packages every damn couple hours and taking this and taking that and they built this country. And so it's not that. It's the fact that the times that when they was building this country was a more organic way of living. Which you need because you're an organic being. Come on now. Talk to me. You're an organic being. So now everything you do, or majority of it, is synthetic and artificial. So it's weakening you. And so now you get all these disease and discomforts and you're injured fast and everything. You're looking tired and old. But you're not. You lack organic energy. That's all. You just lack organic energy. Go get you some of them edible flowers they got in the store. The Whole Foods or something, get them. Get you some edible flowers. Chill out for a minute. Go sit at the park. Well, I know it's about wintertime. You know, take your damn socks off. But yeah. Especially that summertime. You know, once you come out them winters and that fall, that fall and that winter and then that spring, you get into that spring, those times when you really supposed to do a lot of healing and letting that sun touch you and touching that soil or that sand, the ocean. That's why they make that ocean, the ocean front. It's really expensive to be down, live in them areas where you getting that sand and all of that. You get that natural feel of things all the time. We even getting synthetic and artificial water now. Common sense approach. What are you talking about? I don't drink artificial and synthetic water. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You ain't gonna tell me you don't. I know you do. If you look on that thing and they have added anything to that water, it is not natural. I don't care if it's good for you. It wasn't a part of water. It wasn't part of the recipe. It's not H to the O, is it? Okay then, they altered your water. They added something. Now it's artificial now, because they didn't put some artificial shit in that motherfucker. They ain't putting nothing unnatural in there. Matter of fact, you know what? Your water isn't in its natural state. How about that? They alter it. So they alter the water, they alter the food, they alter everything. Why do you need to alter water? Seriously, if you're not finna make some Kool-Aid or something around this joker, why are you altering water? What are you doing? I see no need for you to go and alter water unless you done something to the water. Now you didn't want to do an order out of chaos. You didn't contaminate the water. Now you want to add some stuff to it, talking about we can make it better from the contamination that we did. But they won't put it like that. You know how they do it. They contaminate it, let some people get sick. Okay, this is buy your water from here. We do this to the water. We add this to the water to give you this because water no longer seems to have this in it. All of a sudden, when they've been having it for thousands of years, been able to sustain people. But now all of a sudden, we got to get water out of the stove, out of a bottle. Oh, okay. 70% water on the earth, but I gotta get mine out of a store. Fine, okay. Then when I get the water out the stove, you added all type of stuff. You got 3-4 things in the water. I can't see none of this shit. Everything is clear as a thought. Do you understand me? Tell me how a thought look. The water clear as a thought. She's straight through it. But you telling me you done added 2-3 things to this water. And you still got to look at it. So. Can't really, So they didn't offset everything then. So when I get so many miles on my car, I have to have my best to get your synthetic oil instead of real oil. So you telling me you have synthetic oil? You have an oil that you did laboratorily, if I'm saying that right, pardon me if I'm not, that you done took in the lab and you done with some chemists and y'all then made maybe with some components of real oil, elements of real oil, but basically you done came up with a synthetic version of real oil. Okay, and I should get this oil when my car has so many miles on it. This will be the oil to receive. So your synthetic oil is good when you have a lot of miles on your car. But so you know how to make good synthetic oil. You know how to first of all, you know how to make oil. Let's get that straight, okay? We're gonna run past that you make oil, okay? And you make oil so good that actually when a car has more miles on it, it's older, it's best that I get your oil. So why you taking the human beings through all this bullshit about oil? Why did you take them through it? When you've been making oil for the longest. You've been knowing the components to come up with oil. Because it's a lie. You always been making this shit. And you talking about it come from some dinosaur fossils. It don't come from no dinosaur fossils. Those dinosaurs never existed. Not the way they trying to tell the story of dinosaurs. So why don't we just use your make-believe, your made-up oil from the jump? It's you know what's really, really funny? Now that they finna eliminate the middle class, they have an omnipresence amongst us. We didn't let an omnipresence get amongst us and control our life called artificial intelligence. There's no escaping it, just like God, okay? In the technical form, in the electrical form, in the artificial form, AI is the equivalent of God right here. It's an omnipresence, lowercase God. Okay, we let you do that. You finna knock down the middle class. You have set this situation up where you allow a certain group of people into the country so you can turn around and now grab anybody who illegal. So the reason why they did that as well. Just so they can do that. Lose a little to gain a lot. But you want to take the money, and now you want to go cashless. What puts us more out of a under control, push you more in control. Because now, any given time, you could just freeze our accounts or stop our cards or payments from going through or whatever. See, as long as people can still be like, nah, you know what, I just take my money and I'm all right, I'm cool, they don't want to play too much. But once they get it where there is no coming out the system. There is no like, well, you know what? I'm just gonna start telling my job I want to get a check now. I want to do it like this. When there's no cash, that's when you gonna really start seeing their hand. That's when they really gonna play their hand, show their hand. And they got us so dependent on the system. The further we go in and get locked into it, the harder it's gonna be to get out. I hate that we gotta leave the children with this problem. You know, that's devastating. It'll be alright though, y'all. No, it's Big Brother. That's what they call him, right? I'd like to thank y'all for sliding through today. Just pay attention, you know. That's what's taking place. Trying to destroy the middle class. But then you know what? They starting with the middle class that a lot of people that's, cause you have a level, two levels of middle class. You know, you have those who barely middle class and those who middle class almost rich. You know, so you almost got like 3 middle. You got some that they middle class to the heart. And you got some, you know, depending on how they budget, you know, but they really is, you know, middle class, but slightest thing can have their ass back, you know, poverty line. But then you got those strong middle class. Like they almost rich, they almost there. And so those the ones they kind of starting with. Them nice middle class with them nice jobs, like the ones that other people like that's below that, you know, really don't care about. You know, people be thinking they bougie and oh fuck them. They think because they got a little job, they went to school and you know. So when they lose and they eliminate them and their jobs first, people who really gonna be affected down the line a lot, you know, which is, you know, those who they say making below average, what needs to be made to survive. They don't really they don't really pay attention to those who making 200 and some thousand, 180,000 a year, You know what I'm saying? Sum up in them numbers like that, who losing these jobs like that. People don't really give a fuck if they they be like, oh, they smart, they get another job, they'd be alright. You know, like, it's looked at like, who cares? You know, like, almost, unless you a family member or a friend of theirs. You know, so people not really paying attention when they saying, oh, these executives, the executives. We like, oh, executive, they get another job. They went to school for that, you know. But it's not like that. So they pick away at them because they started, let's say they started with everybody who was making minimum wage, trying to tear them down, put them out of employment. That'll be an eye opener immediately. You know how many people working minimum wage or a little bit over minimum wage? You know how many people that'll be an eye opener immediately. But when you start eliminating those with them high level middle class jobs and positions, it's less of those than those that are working in that minimum wage category range. And so when they cut those, nobody really is not really paying attention like that to it. Not giving it any attention. You might hear about it all. They cutting some executive jobs. Okay, they're executive. They get another executive position. If they know what they know, somebody gonna hire. You know, so, but that's how it trickled down, and that how you letting it go on. You let a process go on. It's all about letting a process happen. You let that first process happen, where they start knocking off all the people of the high middle class, and they start going after those with, basic middle class people, and start chipping away at them, and then it's on it from there. So everybody, in appliance to whatever the new world order is. So whatever you think it is, whatever the new world order is, that's what they're expecting, So your job really is to stick around and enjoy the show. Enjoy all day. Common Sense Approach. I'm out.